Okay, and we are live again. Um, we are preparing for our day today. It's already 1 p.m., but we did some stuff. We had to put Onyx down for a nap because traveling with a toddler requires that. Nap times are important. Um, right now, I'm just making my salad. I'm eating some salad. Philip's getting all our bathing suits ready because we're gonna go down to the beach. Hopefully, we can go in the water, but Philip says we shouldn't.
You can
um,
wade in, I
yeah,
guess.
I think we're just gonna like put our feet in the water, and then we're going down to the island and the distillery district, and hopefully getting like a souvenir or something. And then we're probably gonna be downtown Toronto till like 11 tonight to 11:30. I'm not sure how long. Um,
I hope not.
you hope not.
I wouldn't be out that way.
On the side. I don't know. We're sort of just going with the flow right now. We're, it's really hard though. I wish we had a car. I wish it was easier to just travel between everything. But we have to take the bus everywhere.
And train.
Yeah. So I'm making my salad right now.
I don't know
It's
where your
a
top is. Oh, there it is.
it's a chicken Caesar salad. Um, it's my lunch. We ate breakfast this morning. It was really good. And we found out today that Toronto, Ontario, or whatever, I think it's just Ontario, um, they have uh, they have alcohol in stores. They sell alcohols in the stores. Because in Alberta, they sell alcohol like at liquor stores only. And you can find like very, very low percent, like 0.05 alcohol at like the stores, but that's like nothing. And I was like, of course we're gonna get something, like some alcohol. We're not big drinkers. Um, so we only got like a cider or what did we get?
Two ciders.
Yeah, two ciders. Um, one here, bring it here. The cider. Here. Philip's gonna bring it. I think it's an apple and then we got like a cucumber one. Comment down below what's your favorite kind of salad. I love Cobb salad. Um, there's a place by our house called Annie's Cafe. The Cobb salad there is super good. I don't know if they like put like curry powder on it or something, but it's super good. Gotta drink water. It's really hot out here and humid, so we're getting dehydrated very quickly. Okay, so here's what we got. It's called Eden Grove. This is not sponsored. There's zero sugar and it's dry. People come and go. Yeah. So it's just a zero sugar apple drink. It has the bubbles. And I would say it's kind of dry. Um, I don't know much about alcohol because I'm not a big alcohol drinker, but I mean, it's pretty decent. And then what's the other one we got? Cucumber one? Yeah, we got a cucumber drink. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm not sure where else we're gonna go tonight because we're going down to the island and then we're going to Distillery District to get some look around because it looks very nice. And then we're gonna go to the Toronto side tonight. So I think we're gonna go to the island, be there till like 6, 7, maybe have a snack there because they have like a little cafe or whatever. And then we'll go to the Toronto sign and then probably have dinner downtown. Um, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be pretty crazy because I don't know what downtown is actually like. I know it can be busy, so yeah. Anyways, books. So I started reading this book. This one every summer after. I'm only a few pages in because I have to keep stopping because I read it at nighttime after I take my melatonin, and then my melatonin knocks me out when I have like I'm reading. So I literally like fall asleep with the book in my hand, just like so like up the book. Anyways, this book is it's like a hot like summer read book. Like it's very popular right now. And it's set in Ontario too, which is cool. And it's very catching. Like it's very like it keeps going, and keeping you like intrigued and stuff. So I'm excited to read the rest of this book. And then we have this one right here, which is me and Philip are going to read together, and I'm probably going to read it on the bus. I don't know how long the bus ride is. Like 45 minutes to get there. It got water damaged. Last weekend, I had taken the bus in Calgary, and it was, huh? I taken the bus, and it started pouring out so bad that like there was like flooding in the streets, and I had to wade through puddles just to get to the bus stop. And the books got water damaged, and we just bought them, which is really sad. This one also got water damaged. This one didn't get badly water damaged because I was holding it, but yeah. Anyways, this book is, I've heard of this author, Brenda Novak, before, but I can't remember what she wrote. This is called The Seaside Library. So what we wanted was, because Philip wanted like a mystery type of book, or like a, what did you want? Was it mystery? Yeah, mystery. So, and I wanted like summer and romance and stuff. And so we searched, we asked the people at the like Indigo or whatever, where we went to Chapters. Was it in Indigo or was it Chapters? I think it was still called Indigo. I don't know. They're all the same company. So we asked the person there, and she's like, I have no idea. And then someone else gave us a hint and like a help of like, here, look at this one, and none of them were like, that's the book. And then I saw this book sitting at the very bottom. I was like, the cover looks kind of cool. Like, let me see what it's about. So I pulled it out, and it was like, wow, this is exactly what we're looking for. It's a murder mystery. Someone died when they were teenagers. Or someone went missing, not died. And then these friends come back like a few years later, and then go through and then the case gets like picked up again, and yeah. And then there's like love in it, like romance between the friends or something. I don't know, because I haven't read it yet. But we're gonna read this together. I have to figure out who she is, like, and what she wrote. Brenda Novak. Maybe I'll search up right now. Maybe there's someone here. Maybe, because sometimes they put like what books they wrote in the. Here we go. There's a big page of like what she wrote. Is it Killer Heat? Did I read Killer Heat? Was that the book I read? I believe I've read one of her books before. I've read so many books when I was younger. And, like, a lot of mysteries. So I think it was, like, Killer Heat or something. The Perfect Murder. Winter Wedding, Secret Affair. I don't know. I have to look at the book covers. I'm good with book covers. Oh, something's wrong. There. Okay. Yeah. So, that one. And then this one, this book, Sylvia Day, is what someone recommended to us. We can't talk much about this because this is not YouTube friendly, as it's an adult book. And we're going to read that together too. And I actually don't know much it's about, but because the back doesn't give you any idea of what it's about. Yeah. Comment down below what kind of genre you like. The book genres I like are mystery, romance. I was a big like mystery like child. Like, what was it? There was these mystery books. There was like a big series of them, and I would read them. I would read Encyclopedia Brown. Was it Encyclopedia Brown? I think it was that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would read, and then I'd read like Nancy Drew. What else? I would read a whole bunch of like child mystery books, and then like I got reading into like some other mystery books. What's that movie? There was a book I read that turned into a movie. It's about a girl who is murdered by her neighbor, and she is like watching from like what they refer to as like heaven, like watching her family deal with like everything. That book was turned into the movie. I watched the movie, but I think the book was definitely better. But the movie was pretty good. Who was in it? It was, I think Mark Wahlberg was in it. Not 100% sure. It was like one of those guys. Yeah. Yeah. So, my favorite author, my favorite series that I've ever read. Okay, there's been a few. I love the Selection series. That's like a young adult novel series thing about like a princess.
Called The Lovely Bones.
Yeah, The Lovely Bones. I read that book. That's what it is. Was it Mark Wahlberg in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Mark Wahlberg.
That's her dad, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so you should read that book. It's a really, like, get you in your feelings sort of book. Okay, so my favorite series. I love the Selection series by Kiera Cass. I haven't read any of her other series, but I have read one of her other books. It's called The Siren. That was also a really good book, too. And then The Last Princess by, her name's Galaxy Craze. I don't know if that's her pen name or if that's her actual name, but I read her first book, The Last Princess, and I want to read the second book, but you can only get it as an ebook. And I don't have anything to get it as an ebook. So, sort of stuck there, but it's the second in the series. And that book was phenomenal. And then there was another book. I always forget the name of it. It's about a princess who has to run away because she's getting, like, married off, and she does not want to be married off, so she runs away. And then the prince falls after her, plus an assassin falls after her. And they're both trying to, like, win her trust over slowly, and that was a good book. And then there's Ooh, the one by Jenna Han. The one, okay, so the person who wrote the book, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Oh, that was weird. To All the Boys I Loved Before, Jenna Han. If you guys watched that movie, I don't really like the movies very much. I was like, it was very cringy to me. But the books are amazing. She wrote another series for Ashes to Ashes, like Eye for an Eye or something. Like, there's like, it's a 3 book series, and she wrote it with another one, Siobhan. The first name's Siobhan. I don't know her last name, but I've also read other things from Siobhan. But that book series it's a young adult but like more mature, and it was super like it was good. It was good. And I had the first book I have was like their unreleased first edition like copy book, and it wasn't supposed to be sold or anything, because it was like, they're like their first copy, and I don't know how I came across that. I just found it one day and was like, okay, let me read this book. Seems interesting. So I have that one, and it was amazing. And then, what was it? The Matched series. I don't know who wrote it, but it's about this girl in like dystopian future where the government monitors everything, and you are then matched with a person. You don't have to go with that person, but you're supposed to go with that person. And then she runs away and then is trying to break through all this stuff. And yeah, that's a really good one. I read that in junior high, I think it was. A lot of the books I read when I was like younger. And then there was another one, Caged, I think it was. I believe that's the first book. It's about a girl who gets taken aboard an alien ship. And they use like humans as like a zoo. And so the alien falls in love with her, and it's just that was a pretty good book, and it was very intriguing to continue like reading. And then there's like John Green and stuff. I love John Green, like Looking for Alaska. I don't think it was the Looking for Alaska one, but I read 13 Reasons Why before the TV show came out, and I love that book. I love that book so much because it's like very like you get it if you've been down that path before. And then actually they did the show justice for the first season. They did the book justice, and I truly believe that it was like it was slightly different than what like the book is, but I believe they did it justice. What is it? Something map. Paper towns. Is it Paper Towns I'm thinking about? A lot of John Green's things have turned into movies. Like into movies and TV shows, because he's such a wonderful author. There was one I wanted to read by him, but I haven't yet, and it's set in like it's set years in, not like overly a long time ago, but like early 2000s or late 1990s, where these people get access to the computer and Facebook, I think, and then they refresh it, and then it changes their entire lives and their futures and stuff. I want to read that. He wrote it with someone else. I believe it was John Green, yeah. Okay. So, What kind of books do you like? Do you remember any of that you've written? You've not read. My brain's not working. My brain doesn't work anymore. It stopped working after I had Onyx. Philip, what kind of books have you read that you liked? Do you remember like any series that stuck out to you?
The Eragon series?
What's it about?
It's about set in this fantasy world with dragons and set like seems like in the past, but it's a different like world. His wife finds an egg and hatches into a dragon and has to learn how to live with the dragon while fleeing from the capsules trying to find the egg and steal it away.
Okay. Okay, that reminds me. There was another book series. Her first name's Angie, who wrote it. She's like a UK author. I don't know exactly where she lives, but she does live out in the UK. She took the idea of Harry Potter, and I know all the surrounding, like the controversy surrounding like Harry Potter, and so she took Harry Potter, and she made it for. She twisted it around and changed it and made like a even like a futuristic world, filled with magic and dragons and everything. And I love that book series. It's called Septimus Heap. I love that one. And and I will die on the hill saying that it is better than Harry Potter. I couldn't get into the Harry Potter books, honestly. We read the first book in junior high, and I mean the movies are good, but I just couldn't get behind the books, honestly. Though I do like the concept of in a house and sorting and wizards and all that stuff. Like the storylines are cool. I just couldn't get behind the reading because the first book just wasn't interesting enough to me. But the Septimus Heap series was definitely like I read all those books. I had access to like a few of the books, and then I couldn't get access to like the later books, so I had to scour the internet looking for books for a way to read it, and I found a website that had it for free, and I read it off of my computer. I read it off of my computer because I'm like, I have to read this now. And then she had another series after that, a spin-off of Pathfinder, which is still the same universe, just like 20 years later or something. Yeah. And I loved Septimus Heap. That was a good series. Can you turn the fan beside you towards me? Ooh, can you bring me my vitamins too, since they're right there? It's not powerful enough to reach you. It's so warm in here. We have the windows open. I was talking about it last night. Oh, now it's reaching me. We had the windows open last night, and I was talking about it on our live last night about it's just so warm here and sweating like crazy. Like I took a shower and I was just like, oh, I feel so clean because all it was sweating yesterday. Really bad. So you guys have any questions or anything, just put them down below. Add your favorite book series, your favorite book series, your favorite author, what kind of genre you like to read. I want to get back into reading because I'm on my phone too much. I'm just on it too much, and I want to get off it more so I can read. And I don't know. I think I'm just too old to read young adult books now. Well, you can read it whenever. It's just
I found I was too old, older than you are now, but so I was still reading them when I was your age, but
yeah, that's vitamin D. Take 7,000 units a day. 7,000, 8,000 units a day. Because I was told to. And then we have the prenatal vitamins. And then folic acid and omega. Omega is really good for you. If you don't eat much fish, you should definitely be taking omega. That is not health advice. Do not take my word for it. Speak to a doctor before you take vitamins or whatever. Just my opinion. But I eat a lot of fish. My favorite fish is salmon. I could not eat fish when I was younger. And then, I slowly started, cooking more salmon when me and Phil moved in together. And was I love salmon now. Yeah. Let me think of other book series I've read. I've read a lot of standalone books. I'm not the quickest of readers, but I'm not, super slow either. Because sometimes a part of having ADHD is where I'll be reading something and my mind will, skip ahead, and then I'll zone off while reading, and I'll still be reading it. I'll still be reading those words, but it's not going into my brain. So I have to go back and reread it, and that happens so much. Yeah. So there was one year where I read 70 books, I want to say, in 1 year. And it was a lot of books for me, because that's over one book every 4 days. Every 4 days. 4 or 5 days. So it was, I was reading books pretty quickly. And they weren't the small, skinny books. They're decently thick books. But that's where I read a lot of the series of the young adult, Two Old Boys I Loved Before, and then the Match series. There's another book. They turned it into a TV show. I don't know if it's aired yet, or if they haven't aired it. I think it was on Crave or something. What is it called? The TV show is called something different than the book, though. It's about this girl, and she has a younger sister, and then every year in their high school, you buy into a competition, and the winner of that competition takes home the money. That was a good book too. And I really wanted to watch the TV show because they changed it up a little bit, but I think it was on Crave. And we don't have Crave. I can't remember what it's called. Can you search it up? I search up TV show, girl who competes in her high school competition for money. Yeah, it was a bit out there, this definitely would not happen in real life sort of stuff. So, yeah. But I can't remember what it's called. see.
Panic?
Panic, yeah. Panic. That's what it's called. I don't think the book's called that too. I think is it called that? I dropped some folic acid. Can you grab it?
It's a book by Lord Ulmer.
Huh?
It's a book by Lord Ulmer.
Yeah. The Panic book is good. Okay. I need some more salad. Yeah, I'm not sure what books I'm gonna gravitate towards now. I do plan on writing a book. I've already started writing a book. I've already planned out the whole book. I started writing it when I was 13, I believe. I can't tell anybody what it's about though, because I want it to be a surprise. But I started writing it it started out as a short story for my humanities class. And then I'm like, because like, writing is not like, English was never my favorite subject. But I was like, oh, I have to do this anyways. I have to write a short story. I never actually finished that project, I think. I don't think I ever finished it. So, like, my dad had this, he like, makes websites. So, he had a website which gave you, like, story prompts. And so, I was on that website, and I was, like, looking for story prompts. And then, like, the basis of it is a girl finds a book. And then from there, I was like, that sounds like a good story idea. What if I can build off that? And then so I started building off of it, and I created this whole world that's just been sitting there like I haven't written anything with it. It's just sitting there like at the back of my mind, and I have to go onto my old laptop and pull off the like the stuff I've written on there, and then I can continue writing it. But where I got to in my book, I'm like, there was just something that just was not adding up, and I was like trying to search for like ways to like write this sort of like scene and this thing out, and it just was not making sense in my 13-year-old mind to like create like a like a logical scene that would happen there, because I wanted to be as like logical as possible, but like also like this is made up sort of stuff, but I want you to like feel that you're in there, and I could not come up with like what it is, so I wrote it out as something that wouldn't make much sense, and then finally it was about a month ago, I believe, where I watched a video, and something just clicked there. I haven't been writing this book for like 8 years, and I haven't like looked at it and anything, but like I keep thinking about it because I'm like, I really want this book to come alive at some point. And then it finally clicked, and the reason it wasn't working in my 13-year-old mind was because I had to wait till an adult to think about like an adult situation that these people would put themselves into. And I figured it out, and now I can continue writing that book and make it make sense till the very end. Yeah. So I'm excited to continue writing that. I need more water. I think I'm getting sick. I think I'm being sick again. I got sick 2 weeks ago with like pneumonia, and was it 2 to 3 weeks ago? It was after we came back from Edmonton, um, and I could not breathe. And then like the whole smoke situation in Calgary happened, which made it even worse. But right now I'm like stuff in my throat, my nose is just bugging me. I went so many months without getting sick. Like I got sick in January with pneumonia that my body was able to heal itself. But Onyx also got sick, and then I was not sick after that till I got sick 2 weeks ago. So I went like 3-4 months without getting sick, and then I got sick again, which sucked. Because I'm like, let's see how long I can go without getting sick. I get sick easier than Philip does. Well, it's different. I don't know what's different. Oh, I got sick. But it sucked. Yeah. I don't know what to talk about now. What is there to talk about in life? Well, I'll talk more about this book. So Philip said he wanted to read it. I'm like, not yet, not yet. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. You can read it when it's done. I don't know if we should wake Onyx up now to go down to downtown, or if we should wait a bit longer. I mean, we're not in like a rush, but we want to get there before like Distillery District closes. This is actually kind of good. Let's see. This is actually kind of good. It tastes a bit weird. I don't know if it's just my taste buds, but the chicken's good. I'm gonna save the rest of my salad for later. I ate like half of it. I remember when I was 17, during the summer when I was 17, and when I was 16 too. Because I volunteered at a camp, and I was like, finally, all the food I need. And then I was like, let me lose some weight. So I went through things to actually lose weight. And one of the things was eating salad without sauce, because sauce adds a lot of calories. And I regret it. I lost weight those summers, but I think salad just tastes better with sauce. I mean, it's weird just eating lettuce by itself. Okay, anyways, so you guys can go talk to Philip for a few minutes. Philip can talk about whatever he likes. Just keep it friendly, family friendly. Don't swear. Here, talk to them. I don't know, talk about anything.
Hello, everyone.
Just keep talking.
Has anyone ever gone running? Here, hold on. Um, so I believe we were talking about books before. My favorite kind of books are probably like fantasy books or mystery books or sci-fi. I generally just like books to be more exciting rather than not having a lot of action in them. I want to have books that have lots of action. Anyways. So, soon we're gonna go downtown. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do downtown. Probably go downtown Toronto to the Distillery District. Just walk around, look at all the shops there. I feel like after that, we'll probably go to Center Island. There seems to be a lot of parks there. Probably spend a lot of time walking around there. And then we'll probably make our way back to downtown Toronto and see what kind of restaurants are there and figure out what to have for supper. Don't know how late we'll stay out, and then tomorrow we're gonna go back to Calgary in late afternoon. So tomorrow we're probably not gonna do a whole lot of stuff. Today is the main day to do stuff, and then tomorrow we're gonna go back. For most parts, that's it. Right now, Onyx is still sleeping, so we're just relaxing, trying to figure out what to do. Just trying to look up at how to make it to downtown. We'll have to take a bus, then a train, and then another bus. Yeah, only bus, train, bus. I think that's really how. Just looking. I'm not sure what else to talk about.
You don't know what else to talk about? Oh, this room is nice. Finding places in Toronto for Airbnb was like probably a week long. Took a week. But we found this room. Onyx is sleeping right now, and then it's a decent room. I would have loved having this room growing up. And we have like a bed over here, and then like the door, hallway, bathroom, mini fridge. I wish there was a kitchen, but we didn't get access to a kitchen. But yeah. So it was either this or a hotel, all the way further away, and this was the closest place downtown that we could find. Yeah. So it's a nice place. I wish there was air conditioning though.
Well, if you want to go to the distillery, just gonna take that an hour to get there.
It's gonna take an hour.
An hour, 10 minutes.
Okay. I think we're gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll probably be posting some videos today. Like quick, like little, a few second videos of like what we do. But yeah, I have to charge this phone again just so that we can go downtown. and prepare. Yeah, okay. Bye, everybody.